On September 6, 1955, 85 students in Oak Ridge were among the first in the country to integrate. But to this day, their stories have remained largely untold. Today on 10 News, we're sharing the secret in Scarboro. Inside the secret city is a community named Scarboro. It was a predominantly black community in the 1940s and following.
You know, Oak Ridge always has been a very liberal city, but it still was operated under the Jim Crow game plan that was in place at that time frame. That's why when they built this community, the Scarboro community, all blacks live in the Scarboro community.
Scarboro helped change the course of history. And as Yvonne Thomas reports, it started with a decision.
Before the Clinton 12, the Little Rock 9, or Ruby Bridges, there was the Oak Ridge 85. In September 1955, 85 black students integrated into Oak Ridge High School and Robertsville Junior High. It was a controversial idea that was envisioned at least a year before the Supreme Court ruled on Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, an idea that originated right here in Oak Ridge.
In 55, we were not an official city. We were operated under the control of the Atomic Energy Commission. There was a town council that was advisory in nature, but did have political influence.
The Department of Energy had been talking about it, but Waldo Kahn was really pushing.
In 1953, Dwight Eisenhower, who was then president, as you know, issued an edict, or an executive order it's called, to all through the Army, that all Army bases that had schools would henceforth desegregate those schools. Perhaps we could petition Eisenhower to include the Atomic Energy Commission. So I constructed a very simple petition to the president to consider doing this. Five members said we think it's a great idea, said vote aye, and 2 members said no. So we considered it passed, and I sent it off to the president. And the next day, this hit the front page of the Oak Ridge. The day after that, the egg really hit the fan.
I mean, we were in the middle of, Appalachia. We were in the South. There were those that were opposed.
They wanted to take him out the city council.
There were letters to the editor back and forth, a half a dozen every day, most of them cursing me, all kinds of anonymous and derogatory phone calls, even threatening ones. Why don't I go back to Israel? Why don't I go back to Russia, where I obviously came from? I mean, some of them will really curl your hair. In 1954, later that year, the Supreme Court passed the famous desegregation opinion, which made the whole thing, as the lawyers like to say, moot.
The Atomic Energy Commission made the call. The Atomic Energy Commission said it's time to start the integration of the schools. That did not happen all at once. The high school and junior high were integrated. They helped change the course of history.
Those students had a difficult task ahead, one that had never been done in the state or in the Southeast before. Next, we take a look back at their first day of school.
And right now on WBIR.com, you can see every story we've already aired on the Oak Ridge 85. Plus, read more of what the Oak Ridge 85 had to say about their experience and see more photos, links to resources we used to research that story. That is all right now at WBIR.com. Those stories finally being told.